Hey everybody, welcome. It has been a minute. Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great time during the holidays. So, nothing special going on today other than I just got tired of looking like this every day. So, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do some makeup. I haven't done makeup in what feels like freaking forever. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I decided to take you guys along with me. So, let's get started. I've already washed my face. I've already primed my face. Now what I am going to do is just get my foundation ready and just get started. Like I said, I had nothing in mind exactly. Just doing my makeup, nothing different. The only thing I am going to do as far as primer that I haven't done is I'm going to use, and I poured it into here because I was traveling. I'm going to use my professional primer here because I have large pores. And if you see me looking this way, I have a mirror this way to help me while I film. So don't mind me. Just going to fill in these pores really quick with the primer. Like I said, I've already primed the rest of my face. This is just getting my pores, which I have not done. I love this stuff. I've been using it for like ever. And it lasts so long. But also, I think it's because I don't do my makeup every day. But I have this one and I bought a new one. So I've only bought two in a couple years, honestly. All right, so my foundation here, like I said, I was traveling. So I poured my foundation into here. I'm using my Il Maquillage foundation. I'm not even sure what shade I'm in. If you go to Il Maquillage, you can go ahead and get do the test to skin match yourself as best as possible. Now, I am not sponsored by them. This is just my personal experience. It is in my opinion, expensive foundation because I'm what do you call it? A drugstore girl, like CoverGirl, Maybelline, Revlon, like no more than like maybe 15 bucks, I want to say, for a foundation, and this sucker was like freaking 40. So yeah, but it was, in my opinion, it was definitely worth it. I wasn't sure about if the color match or the color matching was gonna work in my favor, but it actually did. So yeah, I mean, give it a try. You have, I think you have 14 days to try it out to see if you like it or not, to return it. And if you keep it, you get charged the full amount. You only pay like, I think, 20 bucks to start off with. So it's really not that bad. All right, but enough to chat. Let's get started. I don't want that to smell my desk, so I'm just gonna put this here. I've already also put a what do you call it? A primer in here. It has vitamin C in it. So, I just want to take care of my skin because I'm getting older. I'm getting more, sun marks. Like these darker spots weren't as prominent as they used to be. I've had this beauty mark and this one since like forever. But all this other stuff, yeah, it's just sun damage. Living in California, I tan also. I've played sports. Haven't been the best about putting on whatchamacallit, sunblock. You could tell, I don't even know what it's called right now. Putting on sunblock, but I'm learning the error of my ways. This is just, not even preventative anymore. It's just, I guess, maintenance, and then just trying to see what I can improve in any of it. So what I am doing, I do want to go for a bit of a glowy look. I know we are in the middle of winter. It is freaking cold. It's been pretty freaking cold, actually. So all I'm doing is mixing in the foundation slash primer with this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Liquid Glow. Like I said, I want to give the skin a bit of a glowy look. Just clean off the brush. There you go. And also to start off with, because I get asked many times, how do you start your makeup? How do you do it? Honestly, guys, there is no right or wrong way, in my opinion. It is makeup. You're going to find what works for you. I'm going to find what works for me. The next person's going to do the same thing. You got to play with it. You got to get comfortable with it. You got to know what works for you, what doesn't work for you. If you have oily skin like I do, you get a lot of like glowiness, or you're really on the dewy side. You got to know what products work for you. If you're expecting long lasting makeup, you got to know how all the gigs about what's going to work for your skin tone and your face, your color, like all of that. But honestly, it's trial and error. You really just got to play with it, see what works, you know. And to my surprise, growing up, I mean, I thought every girl just kind of did this like as a rite of passage type of thing, like playing with your mom's makeup. My mom was never one personally to have a lot of makeup, but I have a lot of older sisters, so I got to play with their stuff. But yeah, no, my mom was never one big with makeup, even till this day, like even less so, because she's always suffered from allergies, and I suffer from those same allergies, unfortunately, and they get worse the older we get, but just gotta learn how to work with it. So I've done one layer of foundation. I thought that was gonna be it. I'm gonna do just a little bit more because I feel like there's some areas I did not get, so it's not gonna be too much more, just cualquier cosita. Once, that's more than I wanted, but I think I can make that work. There we go. So see, not a lot. Clean off the bottle. I don't like when the thing gets right here where like the bottle's supposed to like start spinning, like it gets all cakey and gunky. I don't like that there. Just cover up some areas I feel like I did not get foundation in. And then this foundation is also, how do I want to call it? Like it's very thin, very sheer. Like it's not full coverage. It is buildable, but it's really up to your liking. Me, I just feel like I needed a little more in the middle because I don't feel like I covered that. I covered the outside. I just need the middle in a little more. So and you want to make sure you get into every nook and cranny. I always tend to miss like this part of my nose, and I catch it like really like after my makeup is done, and I hate that. So like I really have to check it. And then what also helps me in that area is I'll take this concealer brush I have, and I just like really get in here to make sure whatever's on this side, because I don't want a lot gets into the little nook and cranny. I also love this brush when it comes to my crease. When I get to my eyes, you'll probably see me do that again right now. All right, so there is that. Now, since I did say concealer, my concealer brush. I personally love using, like I said, I am a drugstore girl. Tarte is great. I've tried samples of it. However, I can never find it because it's always sold out. But what I like is Maybelline New York's Master Concealer, or Master Conceal Concealer. I'm in the shade 30 Light / Medium. For a drugstore over-the-counter type thing, it is very, very full coverage. It is great. I like love this thing. That's why when it comes to like that whole Tarte Shape Tape, I really don't feel like I'm missing out because I feel like I've gotten a steal with this one. And I'm happy with it. So, yeah. Tarte Shape Tape is great, but can shove it. I'm perfectly well and happy with this. So all I'm doing is just simple little highlighting. Like I said, I want to look dewy. I don't want to look so wintry right now. I feel like everything is cold. I just want to bring some brightness to my face. And not that I do this area often or spread it around my face this way. It's just that I have a lot on the brush, and I'm just trying to make some points pop out more. That's all. And in order to make them pop more, you want to go lighter. So this is fine. Just spreading it around. You could use the brush, or you could get your beauty blender, which I will do in a minute. I'm just trying to clean off both sides of the brush. Like I tell you guys, there is no right, there is no wrong way. You just got to see what works for you. And unless you're seeing step by step of what I'm doing or someone else is doing, you won't know what the heck it is we did in the end. So, unless you've happened to see us do our makeup before. I've had a lot of people when I'm doing my makeup, they're just staring at me, and I just feel them staring at me, and I'm like, can I help you? Remember, see, just a quick little tap tap. It's gone. Do the nose. You see, I don't contour my nose, as it is my nose. Like, I'm happy with the shape. It's very straight. It does widen out this way, but It's very chata, very petite. So I'm actually okay with the shape of my nose. Contouring. Why did I say it that way? Contouring. Okay, that was weird. Contouring my nose is not something I am used to, let alone know how to do. I have been asked by a couple of people, because I always get my friends asking me, how do you do makeup, or can you do my makeup? And as I'm doing it, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? And they notice that I never contoured the nose, because honestly, I don't feel that I know how to, because I personally don't do it. So, yeah, that's one thing I do not do and do not know. I don't think I know how to do, because I've never done it. Like, I've tried doing it on myself just to see, but I don't go crazy dark on my nose as is, and my nose is so small already. Like, the bit I have contoured, like, I feel like it has like shrunk my nose even more. And yeah, I don't want to look exactly like a doll. I don't want like that little button. I felt like I looked like the chipmunks. Like, all this was gone. All you saw was this. Like, it was weird to me. And I don't even think I did it right. I have no pictures as proof to even show you, because I was trying it just to see, like, I'm like, let me see if I can do it, or if I even like it. And I, for myself, did not. Maybe it's something I could try to do again, or maybe do more research on. But for myself, I don't know. Maybe it's just more practice and I need to get comfortable with it. Like, contour the face, I could do that to the nines, but the nose, I don't know. That's just something that's a little weird to me. So just make sure I blend out the product as much as possible, but I try my best not to get it in my eye, because with my allergies, sometimes my eyes tend to water up. Right now, I'm trying not to jinx it. Knock on wood. Everything is cooperating. And I did take my allergy pill this morning, all things considered, because I did go to my in-laws yesterday and the day before. I literally can only last like an hour, because they have a cat and I'm super, super, super allergic to cats. And my youngest son is as well. So, I mean, once our eyes start like itching, we're just looking at each other and we're like this the whole time. It's like, okay, it's time to go. So yeah, we don't last very long. My dog is barking. I wonder why she's barking. My kid's out there too, so who knows what's going on. All right, so here is my skin. Normally, I do add powder on top of my foundation, but because it is the winter time right now, everything's pretty dry anyways. I don't think I'm going to be sweating. I don't feel that I need powder on my face as well, so I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to put powder on my face. What I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and powder contour. That is what I will do. So just get an angle brush. This one I got... Where did I get this? I think someone gifted me this brush, actually. Trying to remember, because I did do, I did used to do Ipsy for a little bit. Like, this is from Ipsy. I used to do Ipsy a little bit, but I didn't get this brush from there. I can't remember where I got it from, but I think I was gifted this brush. So I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I'm hitting pan in that, so don't need to mix that much. I just like to make sure it gets all over the brush. Tap out the excess here, because then I'm gonna use it on the other side. And I use this to bronze up the entire face. So normally I start just here at the cheekbone. So you're this little, you can usually follow your lip line, this little dot line right here, where a lot of people tend to get surgery to get fat removed here. This is all natural, baby. Right? By the way, so just go with this. The line goes about here to like about your ear. So what you want to do is, I tend to just stick with that, maybe go a little higher. If you go too low, then you get this bottom portion here, and that kind of just defeats the purpose of your contour. So just go up on top. See? Get it in there. Bring it up a little. Go down here. Get the back portion. And I get the jawline right there. Same brush. I'm not adding any more, just what's here. Get it into the hairline a little bit. So one thing I learned early on is when you're going to apply any kind of shading, you want to do like the 3 form to your face. So go from the forehead down this way and then back around that way. So you make sure you cover those points as naturally as possible. You'll have a nice little bronzy look to yourself. And then all the highlight will be focused just in the middle of your face. Also, you don't want to go too far in. That's the trick. Keep it just on the outside. There we go. Now to do the other side. So just the powder that was in here. I'm not doing anything else, just grabbing what was loose. Same thing on the other side. So my intention of this was to basically chit chat with you guys a little bit, what I've been up to, what I've been doing. Haven't really been doing much. I mean, if you follow me on my Instagram, I mean, you kind of see what it is I do already. I mean, I'm very family oriented, so I'm always doing something with family. I'm always on the go. I have 2 boys that keep me very busy. Very, very busy. And you know, just I work from home. I like filming content for you guys that like to watch it. If I'm not doing reels, I'm doing TikToks. I'm trying to get back to all that, actually, more like how I used to be, because I used to be more on top of that stuff, but life happens, you know, shit happens, depression kicks in, you don't feel like doing shit. You get busy with life itself, and, you know, sometimes things that you enjoy sometimes has to take a back seat. But doesn't mean it has to remain in the back seat. So hopefully, it's just really about finding that balance. And unless you have that balance, I mean, you're gonna kind of go MIA for a little bit and then come back and then maybe do it again. I mean, you know, it's just stuff that happens, you know. There's no real reason or excuse behind it. It's just shit that happens. All right. So next thing, what I like to do is, back before I got my eyebrows permanently done, I had a correction as well as microblading wherever I could. Like here in the front was more microbladed and the end was more tattoo correcting. So my nose is itching. See how I told you once makeup gets on, like my face starts to itch? All right. So what I like to do now is, before I would color in, pencil in my eyebrows, and then I will put this on the top and then try to give it that microblade look, just to make it look fuzzy and not so penciled in. So with the foundation, I do still have hair there. I have hair under there, but now I can rub it and it doesn't go anywhere. So that's the best part. But what I like doing now is, when foundation does happen to get in the hair, I just use this and I comb it up to kind of get some of it out of there. And then to still kind of, you know, work the hairs, make them look, you know, like I spooled them up. I've actually learned recently a neat trick to the eyebrows. It doesn't work so much on mine anymore, just because I had help done. But there's a taffy I use for my hair that works well on my baby hairs. I do not have it in my hair today. You know, apply it on your eyebrows and then comb it up with a spoolie, and it makes sure your eyebrows just stand straight up, kind of giving you that, what is that called? That brow, it's like where they put that film there. Like they basically just like, I think it's brow lamination, actually, is what it's called. So it just makes it look like your brows laminated, like flat up against your hair or your face. It kind of like when you're gonna take your eyebrows off and you put all that glue in there, and you see the makeup artist comb it up, you see every single hair line go up. Well, that's basically what it does, but it also helps you with coloring it in and just make it look more natural and more full. So that's a neat little trick, maybe something you'd like to try. you want to know more about it, message me and maybe I could do a video and just talk you guys through it better. And maybe use a model for that example, someone that has bushy eyebrows that you could probably see the difference in. Next to my makeup, we can go ahead and do blush. So what I've started doing lately with blush, if you follow me for a while, I normally like putting blush here on the apples of my cheek because that's where I learned you need to put it. But as of late, I've been doing it more on the outside, just to make the face look fuller, because there's more tricks to it when it comes to blush. So if you want a video about where to properly apply your blush and then just to see, you know, how it changes your face, we can definitely do that. Just let me know in the comment section. But I'm going to go ahead and use a Tarte's Feisty Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush. So I have this one and I have another one. So I just like to go in there, shake out whatever comes out, especially because I'm wearing a white shirt. So I just go here at the top. I used to go here, I would smile and just comb it out. But now I'm going to go up here, kind of like where your highlight would be. You see how that goes? And that's above the contour. And I use the same brush on the other side. And it's okay if you happen to go heavy with blush because it oxidizes. So if it's like super pink, super red right now, it's not going to stay. Blush tends to oxidize and it's going to go away anyway. So it's okay. So I just go up here, round in a circle. Same here. See? Then I do like this little fanning out thing. I don't know if it does much, but it's just more like a peace of mind thing for me. And see, like it just brings the face out more that way, as if I would have done it here, it would have been more dull-like. You can also apply it here to your nose. Kind of wintertime, looks like you were out in the snow and all this kind of got painted or chapped a little bit. But like I said, blush oxidizes, so that's not going to stay there. Sorry if I keep touching my nostril. It just gets itchy after makeup. All right, so this is done. Next thing I would like to do is... Let's go to eyes. I think that's the next thing I got. So with eyes, like I told you, here is that concealer brush again. I don't like to leave any product in my eye, so I like to make sure to go with a brush and swoop out any like concealer, any foundation, and just make sure it's like a flat canvas so it doesn't cake up on me. So I have a little bit going on right here. Can't really see too much. So just with this, I love this brush because I can go in circular motions and it just fixes everything how I like. See, like nothing happened. Do the other side. And especially down here at the ends, if you have issues here, like when my eyes tend to water, I don't go on the inner part of my eyes, but on the outer part I can. See, whatever I had there is gone now. You guys might not notice. I do because I'm looking in that area of my face. What the heck is here in my hair? Right. In that area of my face, so I notice it. All right, so clean that up. Now we're ready to apply color. What do I want to apply? Make sure you're drinking water. Like I said, I didn't really have anything in mind, so I really don't know what I want to do. I got a couple of palettes here in front of me, but I don't know what look I'm trying to achieve. So let me just see. I mean, I could go with a simple everyday, or do I want it to stand out? That's what I don't know. Well, this one always speaks to me, so I'm going to move that one that way. I know a main highlighter, not a highlighter, eyeshadow I want to use like a highlight for like the inner part of my eyes. Because when I tend to do a look, I'll put like all like the darker, like more matte colors on the end. But if I have any kind of shimmer, which I don't do a lot of shimmer, I'm not a glitter girl. I tend to do it just on the eyelid, and the rest of the eye like speaks for itself. So that's my makeup trick. Because everybody's like, well, how do you do your eye makeup? And I do spend my time doing that. So I keep going back to that color. All right, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go with the Dose of Colors Francation with Desi and Katie. It's been a while since these came out, but I love using these still. So I'm going in with Just a Kiss is the color I'm using. That's this one right here. This is gonna be my crease color on both eyes. So I just like to start from here and go in. See, I start there and I like work it in. Right above my crease. Doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna blend it out, so it's all right. All right, so that's it. If only, right? No, it is not it. So let's get to blending. What I do when I come to the crease area, I try not to dip back into the brush, or not the brush, the palette. And just, I do circular motions. Then I'll do windshield wipe. I see your circular, especially here. Trying to focus most of the darkness on the outside and then bring it in lightly on the inside. So just close my eye. I even bring it into my lid sometimes, because it just helps with spreading the color out more. Like here, I'm just going in big circles. That harsh line I had there is pretty much gone. See, it's not there as much. And you can go on top of it. I even bring my crease color down here to my lower lash line. And I'm talking very, very slowly, very calmly, because I can brush my eye and that sucker will hurt. So even just like that, sometimes I've left a look and just put a little bit of a glitter or a shimmer shadow, and I'm set to go. You could do eyeliner or mascara. It's really a preference depending how glam you want to get. I'm trying to go back to like the old way of makeup, because sometimes I don't feel like putting on lashes. And honestly, sometimes you don't have time for lashes, as pretty as they are. I love a lash, don't get me wrong. I love a lash. But I'm trying to go back to like the old school way of just having your own lashes. And I don't have long lashes to begin with, as you can see. So that is one eye. See the difference there? Now I'm going to work on the other one. And just with what is on there. Sometimes it'll happen where, like, for example, I'm on this eye now. I feel like I need more product, but I do my best to mix with what I have on the brush. But sometimes, because the majority goes on the one eye and I've already spread the entire eye, I might need a little extra on the other side, and it's okay. Just try to go with the approach of less is more, because if you start too heavy right away, oh God, to fix it, that is not fun. So see, I've spread this out for the most part. I feel like I can do a little more on that eye, so I'm gonna just tap very lightly, just up, so you guys can see. Look, very lightly, just the quick. That's it. Maybe one more. That's it. Whatever's on there is on there. All right. I noticed a little too much, so don't want a lot. Also, a trick to it, I'm very heavy-handed. So what you want to do is grab the end. You see, I could literally hold it from here like a pencil, or even the center. I'm grabbing more of the end because it gives you more of a like a flick kind of a thing, and it's just easier to swirl it around instead of like a hard just you know. So yeah, it's more delicate if you just touch the end a little bit as opposed to the whole brush. All right. So see, all right, now I'm working with something I'm okay with. All right. Like I said, I have a mirror over here, so that is what I am looking into. I may need to lower it a little bit because I'm kind of looking above. That's much better. All right. All right, so there we go. Remember, you don't want any harsh lines. So if you get any, you need to work on your blending. All right, so that's okay, that's subtle. So the color I want to go with is called Smug. It is from Urban Decay. It's an old palette. It's an old palette. I'm not gonna lie, it's an old palette. But I'm going with Smug. It's this like brown, I don't want to describe it. It's like this brown metallic. These are all kind of like a metallic type thing. But this is more of like a brown or darker brown. This is more of a bronze, but I'm gonna go with this one. So what I want to do is just your index finger is good, but usually your ring finger is best because it is the softest finger to work on your eye area. But I can't always control it, especially when you get into the little nooks and crannies. So all I do is it's on the finger. Look this way in your mirror, right where you want it. Just tap it. See? Especially here in this area. I open my eye a little bit there just so I get only where I need to be. Or where I want it to be. Because if not, you see how it kind of went above the crease? I don't want that. But a little bit like this, you can't even tell. So that's why you have to be careful on how you angle it. I get in there a little bit. And just tap the rest here. That's all I do to that eye. Now I'm going to do the other eye. Same thing. I'll even use the same finger, right? In case I get any loose product. All right. Same thing. Here, just go a little more careful. Because also, if you're not careful with where you tap your finger, you either go above too high or too low, and it's down here. And same thing, I don't want to have to work with that again. So just tap, tap. Open your eye if need be. Right, I'm happy with that. So there, that in itself is a look. Just clean my fingers out. Alright, so what do I want to do now? Maybe put a little bit more color underneath. Underneath, what do I want to wear? I'm going to put a little bit more of, where's that brush I had? Of the same eyeshadow. I'm going to take some off on the back of my hand. See, there we go. And go underneath. Because this is a lighter color. All right, there you go. Ah, I touched my eye. Okay. All right. I'll be fine. So that is there. That is there. Yeah, it makes sense, Lisa. So the eyeshadow is on the lower lid. Now, if I want to darken it up a little bit, which you can use a pencil or you can keep using eyeshadow. So let me just find here we go. This is the brush I love using for my under eye. Let's just make sure it's clean. Little swatch. All right. This type of little thing is good for in between. When you're going to use the same brushes and you're going to use a different color, just clean it out and then go to the next one. So using the same palette here, I can actually want to go a little darker. So what I'm going to do, because I am going to apply liquid liner up on top, I'm going to close this one, not this palette. I'm going to use a different palette. I'm going to get the Salvaje palette. This is Color Pop with Becky G. I'm going to use color Cafecito, which is right there. Let me clean up the mirror a little bit. You can tell I use these. All right, so with this, just go in a little bit. I tend to evenly do it, so I go both sides. You could top off the excess, but there's really not a lot because I didn't go harshly on it. And what I do, let's just hope I don't cover you guys. I'm gonna do this eye. I try to go under the hair, the lower lash hair right here. Very still. I don't move. Try not to talk, because I'll poke the shit out of my eye. And I don't want that. All right. So again. Very calmly, very softly. And you don't have to go crazy dark with the eyeshadow here either. Because if you're like me and you put mascara on your lower lash line or your lower lashes, they're going to darken up anyways. So you don't have to go like too extensive with the color. May have touched here a little bit. There we go. All right, so now let's get the other eye. So I'm happy with that. Now we're going to do this eye over here. Same thing under the lashes. And I love that this gets as close to it, as close to the lash line. So it looks like I used eyeliner right there. FYI, I can never put eyeliner just right there. Like, I suck at it. Like, really bad. But it's the magic of makeup. You can fake it till you make it and people won't know. Unless I was actually telling you guys like I am now. You wouldn't know. Most people think I'm a pro at this shit. I'm just self-taught and I practice. That's all. All right. I'm okay with both sides. So, what I need. Now I need, I'm going to use that mirror. I'm going to do the eyeliner. I just have not decided, do I want black eyeliner or do I want brown? I think because this metallic color is a little more on the darker side, I'm going to have to go with the black liner because else it won't show. So I'm going to use the Sephora Colorful Wink It Felt Liner. It's waterproof, supposedly. I don't think it is. I mean, I've been able to take the sucker off like nothing sometimes. All right, but let's go. All right, so here is how I do my eyeliner. So you want to try to match it with the lower lash line, going straight up that way. That way you get the perfect wing and you just bring it in. Easier said than done. I still don't get them perfect. They don't look even, trust me. You got to play with it. That's all it is. So going this way, I'll start like here. I'll match it up that way. Close my eye a bit. And you see how I just flick that there? That's all I do, okay? Then very carefully, you got to have a very steady hand or you do it in one motion if you can. Careful where you match it up here. And bring it in. And then you just fill in the middle. So before I fill in the middle, I want to make sure, since I'm in that in that mode of trying to set it up, I'll set it up first and then I'll go back and fix it. So same thing on the other side. Could be a little harder. It's always harder when you're working on the opposite side. Same thing. All right. Match it up. There. So see how it's not perfect, but that's why I have to color it in. So this process, go at your own pace. You're gonna see what works for you, what does not work for you. You might even end up changing the color or the shape a little bit. And that happens. So it's okay if it does. Don't let this discourage you from trying to do a wing liner, practice how to do it. See, there's that. My eyes are already starting to water a little bit. Wouldn't be long before it happened, but that's okay. I knew it was going to happen. So that eye is pretty much done. I'm happy with it. I'm going to try to get this eye as close to that one as possible. So let's hope it happens, because sometimes it doesn't. If I'm covering you, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. Ah! Almost painted my cheek. All right. Almost got them, but not quite. So another trick, and one that I'm not that great at doing, but we're going to do it anyways, just for the sake of this video. My eyeliner is not matching up at all. At all. So really quickly. Because here it bled down a little bit. I want to make sure I fill this portion up a little bit more. All right. So I'm going to do the other side a little bit more. Okay. All right. So let me see if I can clean that up now. The tiniest little bit of concealer. Don't need a whole hell of a lot. Just like the tiniest little amount. The tiniest little bit. Go with it. Okay. So see, makeup, the power of makeup. So see, it's not a perfect fix, but it's a little fix. Let's get this cleaned up from here. All right, or I put it in the wrong spot. So it's not perfect, as I said, but we're gonna work with it. Okay, so it's just a little cleaning up right there. There we go. There we go. So all I did was with the tip, made it a little more pointy right there at the end. It's not perfect. From afar, you can't tell, but I'm going to show you up close. If I get close, you can see that there. But I'm going to leave it just for the sake. I mess up too. I'm not perfect. All right. So now we're going to do mascara. Lip, I'm so decided. So mascara, I am going to use, I'm going to use Maybelline's Great Lash Mascara, old school mascara. If you remember your mom, your tia's using it, used to have a green top instead of black. I believe they still make it, but this is what they had at the time when I got it. A trick to making thicker lashes, I heard, was combing the hair towards your nose, like bringing it this way. I didn't notice that working for me at all. I mean, I barely have much lashes anyways. I mean, I bring it towards my nose, but I don't notice that it does that. If anything, I just notice that it looks kind of funky. But I just coat them as best as I can. They're gonna go where they go. I think I got a lash here. I don't like when lashes come out like that, because then those are the ones that tend to get in my eye. So here we go. And then lower lash line with whatever's left. Comb through the hair, and if that doesn't work, doing it like this way, I notice gets the hair a little bit better down here. But you have to be careful, because if not, you'll touch the skin right there at the bottom. Very easy way to clean that up too, if you are interested. Just let it dry. Like even if you do a mistake, and this is with mascara, like painting it right now, like let's say if I painted like the top of my forehead or my nose, which tends to happen here, especially when I go opposite. Let it dry, let it sit. Don't go for it right away, because that'll make more of a mess. So if you just let it dry a little bit, get like a napkin, a dry napkin, or a tissue paper, or a Q-tip. Once it's dry, then you can start removing it, and it's so much easier. And then you can go back and fix whatever issue or whatever makeup you may have messed up underneath that. Just a little FYI. Things I've learned along the way too, and trust me, they help. Just let it dry and then go back and clean it. I'm trying not to do that funny fish face. Although sometimes it is hard, I'm not gonna lie. There you go. Poke my eye a little bit. I like to make sure to coat my lashes with as much of what is on the wand as possible before I move anywhere, especially the ends. And then when I feel like that's done, then I go to the bottom. Make sure you rotate that wand too, because you have product on there. I already painted something down there, but you can't even tell because of the makeup I have. Right. So there is that. My eye wants to water up, but I'm just going to leave it alone. I don't even feel like curling my lashes. I'm just going to leave it as is. Now I want to do lip. So lip, what do I want to do with lip? Got a couple of things here. So I know I wanted to use this guy, but what lip liner do I want to use? Might use that one. Oh, I got two of them. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. The brown one. I just saw it. Where did it go? Don't you hate that when you just saw the one you're gonna get and then it disappears? Ah, there it is. Yeah, this one. Making sure I got the right one. Okay, so lip, or aligning the lips. I'm using a L'Oreal Color Rich Eternal Mauve color. That's just a simple little pencil here. All right. So what I'm going to do, make sure I don't go too crazy over. My problem with my lips is my lips are not even. Once I come to painting, putting on lipstick or a lip liner, I notice the difference in how my lips are shaped. And I tend to overdraw a little bit just to even them out. I also suck at lining my lower lip. I'm not great at it. That's as far as I go. Notice how this one went above and this one went like down. See how they're not even? If you hear someone coughing up a lung, that's just my mother. Cold weather makes her cough a lot. Her asthma acts up. All right, so see, that's all I gotta do to even them out. There for the most part. Now what I want to, the color I want to apply is this matte color from e.l.f. The color is Natural. It's just a little pencil thingy. e.l.f. has some good products. If you've been sleeping on e.l.f., you need to try it. Some of their stuff is great. And that is it. So that's all there is to the color. So that is it. Thank you if you've watched the entire video with me. I really had no direction as to what I was doing or where I was going. I just know I wanted to play with makeup. So this is the look I created with stuff that I have. What is on my shirt? With stuff that I have. I mean, I haven't bought any new makeup. I mean, I have a ton. So I'm like, oh, let me use what I got. But this is a simple look. It could be your everyday look. I mean, I'm really not going anywhere. I'm just here at home. I might go to the grocery store, but that's as far as I'm going, and possibly the park. But this is it. This is just the look I'm doing in between doing laundry and being a mom. Just a simple little look. I mean, if it's a little, gives you a little spruce, gets a little pep in your step, makes you feel like you're put together, take the time and do it. Because sometimes, I mean, no one knows what you're going through but you. So a simple little mascara, a little foundation, whatever it is you need can definitely set the mood, change the tone. So if you like this or want me to try anything, maybe a couple of tips, something you're not sure about, definitely let me know below, and I will do my best to help you out and make a video on that. So thank you for joining. Have a great day. It's been a minute. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time.